is 정세한, and I'm majoring in sociology, so I will introduce about my major. First chapter, sociology. What's this? Many students don't know about sociology. Many people ask to me, sociology, what's this? Do you want to be a social subject teacher? And when I was asked some questions, I say to them like this presentation. Look at the picture. 2007, Korean elected a president, Lee Myung-bak. This is a social phenomenon. Next, many people was having a demonstration against the president. This is a social phenomenon too. Sociology cast a question to people. What is the society? We are work, study, struggle, or cooperate each other. Why people act like that? Sociology is an interpretation of human society phenomena. There are two main ideas in sociology. First, macroscopic analysis. This is a view of big thing to small thing. I have some examples. Max Weber, a great sociologist, said Protestantism, named a Christian religion, makes people work hard, and this is the main cause of a development of Western capitalism. This is a macroscopic view. In other words, society makes people. In contrast, some sociologists try to make a small thing to big thing analysis. For example, Erving Goffman says, acting theory is a famous microscopic view. He says living is an acting and all the people are actors. They have various identities, and society is a huge play stage. Like this, he says people make society. These are sociologists' analysis about society. Chapter 2, Variety of Sociology. Nowadays, the world is more and more complicated. So sociologists need more other study to solve some questions. There are many other parts of sociology, economic or political and cultural, medical, sociobiology or sociolinguistics. So nowadays, sociologists makes more detailed studies. We call it consilience. Now sociologists are facing the age of consilience. Richard Dawkins can be a good example. He is a sociobiologist and his thinking is so innovational. He deals with relationship between people activities and biological facts like evolution. Consilience continuously make many thinkings and theories, so it can solve many difficult questions. This is a conclusion. Sociologists try to interpret all human behavior. Nowadays, there are so many difficult questions. Society needs sociologists. Yeah. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Zain. I'm majoring in sociology. Frankly, I didn't know either what the sociology is, because I'm a freshman. I was not in a status to introduce you, but to be introduced. So I had to learn and find the contents of sociology. It's not that professional, but I hope you can get the feeling of sociology. The definition of sociology is the study of society. It is a social science which uses various methods of empirical investigation and critical analysis to develop a body of knowledge about human social activity. Before going specific, let's watch a video first.
Is it PowerPoint?
Yeah. Yeah, next. In this video, we start to study from having curious about surroundings. Besides, sociology studies what people believe normal. People think it's natural, and even they haven't thought about it. But we throw why on the situations and analyze mainly using statistics. The main topic of sociology is interaction between individual and society. But we can expand it to any part of our life. For example, most people think the reason why the crime happens is just individual motive. But sociologists analyze the social causes of crime. While thinking about money, many don't concern where the capitalism is from. But sociologists study the matters and even they connect the capitalism with religion. And amazingly, it's very persuasive argument. There are a lot of other topics in sociology like gender, religion, and social network, media, etc. If you have curious about one situation, it can be a topic of sociology. It was very interesting to searching what I will do. Sadly, more than 10% of students cannot have a job. And even more, if I don't go postgraduate school, the salary will be small. The jobs we can have is very variety, like this. And it's good, I think, but there is a job like in-bar step waitress, which I totally cannot understand where the sociology will be used. Finally, I want to have a point that everything can be a topic of sociology, and it's very important to think about our surroundings. So I recommend you to learn sociology, but not in your major. Thank you for listening.
Can I start? Hello, my name is Yujin Zhu, and today I'm going to give a presentation about what my major, library and information science is, and what we are studying in our department. Okay. The first, I just wonder how you imagine when you think of library. Maybe I think you may this library building or just the librarian with sometimes they are wearing with a very thick eyeglasses, and this is a bunch of books in a bookshelf. Or sometimes you may think the students who are studying very hard, and sometimes we use the library as a place for sleeping. This is my case, and so I guess you don't know much about my major exactly, because sometimes even my friends and even my mom used to ask me about what I'm doing and what I'm studying in your major. So whenever I got these questions, I just used to say like this: library and information science is studying the information. So our department is dealing with whole process and everything about library information. So let me assume a specific situation or have a question to one of you guys. So when you encounter a problem or have a trouble when you write a report or so have something to find information, then how do you usually find your information?
Internet?
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. Usually we can use internet or library as a channel of using information. Thank you so much. So that's what library and information exist, and what we are studying and what we are focusing in our department. So, have you heard about iSchool? All we know that we are living in an information generation. So in this generation, we know that the most powerful and most strong power is up to how fast and how exactly and how clearly I can use the information and find it. So this is very important point. So those who are in I generation sometimes pay attention to iSchool. So in iSchool they teach and we learn how to use the information clearly, or what channels you can use when we need the information. So library and information science department is originated from this idea, yes, of making professional and high quality iSchool in Korea. So these are what we're studying in our department. Detailing, let me show this from this part. So this is basic course. So we study information organization. So how we organize the papers or books and some many resources. And this is information service. Actually, this is what I'm interested in our major especially. So information service is dealing with like this. 정보 이용자론, 뉴미디얼, 정보 조사 제공론, like this. And this part is dealing with web science. So sometimes I have a very hard time making web system development because I never learned about the web system, how the system is made. So this is very hard for me, especially. And we study knowledge management and library management as well. So actually I have something to show you I made in our class, but I'm gonna just skip it because we have no time. And this is Korea related to LIS. So after our students graduated from our department, we can become a work for a company, for a library, as a librarian, special librarian, and sometimes we can work in for a specific enterprise as a information management field, in a information management field. And sometimes we can work for a company like Naver or Daum, Google, as a web service designer or web service programmer. And this is one tip for using library more conveniently. Actually, I'm sure that all of you know this service our Yonsei library provide, because there's no freshman here, but 아닌가? Yes. So when you connect to the first page of our library website, you can check this service, like asking librarian service. Have you heard about or have you used this service before? Is there anyone? Yeah. So you just click this service and you can connect to librarian by phone or through email. But I would like to recommend this service by using the messenger. So you can ask any question you wonder, like, so I just type. So I say, librarian, hello, like this, and So she's answering, and so she says, "Hi, this is librarian service." So I added the question. So I says like, when do you shut down the library today? So she's typing.
전화번호.
Yeah, so she says like, we will shut down the library by today 10 p.m. Yeah. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening.